Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm going to be playing standard blue-green Merfolk today. I'm just going to do a quick deck list with you, just to see what I'm playing, and just going to go over a few things, as obviously there's quite a few Merfolk lists running around. Okay, so I've decided to play a really aggressive version of this deck. I've seen a few decks running some more 4-drops, and I've seen a few main board Nistas, but I think we're just going on the all-in plan here, just getting them dead as quick as possible, with as much card advantage as we can, and a few spells to hopefully push through, and some protection. So I'm going to go over the lands first. Obviously, Botanical Sanctum, auto include. We've got forests and islands and the unclaimed territories. The unclaimed territories are great. They're basically a dual land in this deck, um, apart from the 6 spells here. You do get the hands, obviously, where you have 2 unclaimed territories, a couple of Merfolk on 1 or 2 of these spells, which you cannot cast until you drew your coloured land, which can be annoying, and obviously everyone, I'm sure, has lost games to this problem before. It's the same kind of problem with, like, the modern humans list with, like, the ancient cigarettes and stuff like that, which is obviously you can't cast Aether Vials with those and stuff. So that's the kind of plan here. We're running 2 Hash Up Oasis. They really work well with the Mistcloaked Heralds and the Commoner's to get the last few points of damage through in the late game with the unblockable. So onto the deck. So let me do the spells first. So we have 3 Unsummons and 3 Blossom in defense. I've played around with these slots and I've done multiples of each. I've tried 4 Blossom in defense, I've tried 4 Unsummon, um, separately, not at the same time. I found Unsummon to be bad in some games. You draw it either too early, too late, or when it's not relevant. Whereas Blossom in defense is nearly always relevant. At the worst comes to worst, it's a 1 mana basically shock, an extra 2 damage, which is useful in some cases as well as being a combat trick. The Unsummons are great in the mid-range matchups where racing is quite relevant with flying creatures, so against the red-green deck. With the Ashcloud Phoenixes on summons, fantastic there. So we do like a 3-3 split here to hedge our bets. So onto the 1-drops. We've got Mistcloaked Herald. Uh, some people are running this card, some people aren't. Obviously, we've got the Jade Bearers here as well, with to cover the questionable 1-drops, which are obviously cuttable. So the Mistcloaked Herald I really like. I think that once you play a Deep-Root Elite, you can load up counters on a deck that you know doesn't have much removal. Say like the um, basically the Mirror is absolutely fantastic in, or any other creature strategy like where they don't have the removal. You can just load up counters on it and just swing in. Jade Bearer is good. I think you take it out against control because obviously it adds a counter to another creature, so they can get value there by taking away the value from this creature by killing something else when it's resolving. So we take these out versus control or anything mid-rangey where we know that they're going to have like X fatal pushes or X lightning strikes or something like that. But they are good. It adds extra damage, especially with Deep Elite. You just fly counters everywhere. Commander Speaker, 2-2 for 1. Nothing else to say there. Silver Gate Adapts, the reason we're playing the deck, along with Merfolk, Mistbinder, and Commander. If either Silver Gale Commander or Merfolk Mistbinder wasn't in the deck, we probably wouldn't be playing it. Obviously, 2 mana, 2-1, draw a card. Most of the time, it's either a 3-2 or a 4-3, so you can't argue with that value. Deep-Root Elite basically acts as a lord. Lets you put counters whenever a Merfolk enters the battlefield, so just good value there. Makes your team grow huge. Amazing in the late game. It's probably your best turn 2 play to get some really explosive starts. Merfolk Branchwalker. So this is a bit of a flex spot with Metallic Mimic. Some people are playing Metallic Mimic, some people play Merfolk Branchwalker. We've decided to go for a version with slightly less land, 21s, to maximize the 1-drops and get the game finished really quickly. So Merfolk Brancher basically enables us to play 21 land with getting extra land flips and drawing cards. So it's just some more card advantage at the loss of a little bit less power Metallic Mimic. Whereas obviously the Deep-Root Elites and the Metallic Mimics, they're great in multiples, but obviously they're the best target for removal. So at least drawing a card with Merfolk Branchwalker, if it dies, you've still got a card from it. So that's why we're playing that instead of the Metallic Mimic. Merfolk Mistbinder, as I said, the reason we're playing the deck, it's a Lord, nothing else to say. Jungleborn Pioneer, we're running 3 of here. So the way I've done it to accommodate these 6 spells here is we're running 3 Jade Bearer, 3 Mistcloaked Herald, 3 Jungle Ball Pioneer, and then 4 of basically the best Merfolk. So the Jungle Born Pioneer is great. Obviously, it adds power, especially with Deep Root Elite. These are coming down as 3/3s and 2/2s. If you have a Merfolk Mist Pioneer, you're just getting like 5 power for 3 mana, which is great. The Hexproof is surprisingly relevant. If you're playing against a control matchup, you want to dump the counters on the Hexproof creature with Deep Root Elite, which is surprisingly well, it works quite well, to be honest with you. I've had a lot of games where they just can't deal with it. Commander Tyrant Erasca, obviously an amazing card. We're running 4 of because we basically want to see him every game. He wins most games if the game's going long. He allows this deck to be just insane in the late game by drawing cards against mid-range strategies or control strategies, and obviously giving it unblockable, just another way to end the games. Okay, so onto the sideboard. We've got 3 Essence Scatter and 4 Negate. So this is our counter package. So the Essence Scatters are coming in against, say, black-green counters, the Winding Constrictor deck. So they play Verdurous Gearhulk. You really want to counter those late game, along with like the red-green monsters deck. So say Ash Cloud Phoenix and all of those goodies. Negates, obviously amazing against control. The main downfall of this deck is against control with the sweepers and the spot removal. So we have 4 negates here to really increase our win percentages. Seafloor Oracle. Obviously, with a lot of our creatures being unblockable, this is an amazing way to gain card advantage. Tempest Caller, basically a creature mirror breaker. Tap their team down, swing for the win. Naturalizes, obviously an amazing card. Mardu Vehicles is still a thing. Obviously, enchantments are relevant now with, say, I don't know, Search for His Canter, and obviously Godfarer's Gift is a big thing. Nissa, another great card against control. If you resolve this turn 3 and they don't have an answer for it immediately, this just runs away with the game. It's really, really good. Obviously, against control, they do run the Glint Sleeve Ciphers in the mid-range versions, so it's quite hard to play the turn 3 and have it protected. But late game, it can obviously just swing for 10 out of nowhere with the ultimate if you've managed to go late against control, that is, and you've got the mana out. All right, so we're going to jump into a league here, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So Merfolk, and we're going to play some friendly standard. I think, if we'll do a couple of leagues today, we'll play some competitive ones later. So, I forget the prizes here. Play points. You know what? We're just going to jump straight into competitive. Wait, no casuals. More Tempest Callers. Yeah, I've been thinking that. And also, Jack, with River's Rebuke, I think that might be a decent card to play, but we'll see. Deck's going to change quite a lot, I think. Right, let's go. Six mana, actually. It's even worse to play, especially with having 21 land. I think you're right. I think we might add another Tempest Caller if we think that obviously the naturalizers aren't good enough. But yesterday I played a league and I went against Mardu Vehicles twice, so the naturalizers there are pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna play first. Alright, so let's look at this hand, what we got here. So this is a very, very good hand. This is probably like the nuts really for this deck. So we've got a 1-drop into 2 drops, we've got the Deep Root Elite, we've got a Lord. So we're definitely keeping this. This is what you hope to see. when you draw a hand with this deck. I don't think there's any better hand than this. So our opponent's mulligan to 6 here. Looks like they're keeping their 5. Yep. Alright, so let's get this going. So with this deck, having the 1-drop isn't essential, but in the matchups where that you want to race, it really is important. So we're going to play Deep Root Elite here. Swing for 2. Okay, so it looks like we're against blue-black control, or blue-black mid-range. Merfolk. Okay, so we're just gonna make them have the counter spell or removal spell here. So let's load up on our counters, and then we're gonna try and drop this Merfolk Mistbinder, getting as much damage as possible. Okay, so they're letting us have that. So let's see if this resolves. So obviously against control on turn 3, turn 4, have been able to play these is just fantastic, because this is potentially going to draw a card or scry 1, and this is definitely going to draw a card. So we have to play the Silvergill first to reveal. Okay, so this got countered, which is as expected. So we still get in for 4 here, and we still got cards in hand that's still going to draw us cards. So Jack, how's the mic? Is it much better? Sure. So it looks like they might be stuck on land here, so this could be over quite quickly if they don't find it. Okay, they found the land. Okay. So let's play Silvergill Adept. Reveal this. Alright. See you, dude. Speak later. I think we're going to put it on here, as if they do have a removal spell, the Deep Root Elite is most likely going to die. Okay. And then we're going to play this Merfolk Branchwalker. Okay. And they've just decided to scoop. So obviously they had a very slow hand there. Alright, so I presume we're against control. We saw an Essence Scatter, not much else. So we're going to take out our Jade Bearers, and we're going to take out our Unsummons, as obviously they're not too good against control. We're going to bring in our Negates. Negate. And then we're going to bring in our Nissas. So that's our plan against control. Blossom and Defense is still really relevant. Really good to protect your Merfolk Mistbinders and Commenas. Obviously, it punches through damage anyway. Nissas, obviously, like we talked about, great if you can slam it turn 3 if they don't have a creature out. And Negates to protect ourselves. If we think that they're playing the mid-range version, we may bring in some Essence Scatters. The Seafloor Oracles, I think we may try and bring in, actually. We really want Commander, though, so... Sure, let's bring in these. And let's take out some Mistcloaked Heralds. Okay, this hand seems good enough. That's not what we wanted to see. We don't want to draw any more land for the rest of the game now. Okay. So we're not going to bother playing into counterspell here or a removal spell, so we're just going to leave this Merfolk Mistbinder. they're not applying pressure to the board, so unless they tap out for something, there's no need for us to run something into removal. Okay, so I think here we're just going to pass the turn back. It's obvious they have a counter spell, I think, and we don't want to risk our Nissa being hurt. Okay, so here I think that we're going to play our Commander and leave up the Blossoming Defense. I am sure this is going to get countered, but that's okay. I think it's at the moment we can afford to do that. We just want to get the stuff out of their hand now, I think. Yep, that's fine. So hopefully this should entice them to um, play a spell next turn. Sure. So most likely going to take the Nissa here. So next turn, if they don't take the Seafloor Oracle, we're going to drop that and protect it with Blossom and Defense. Now that we'd have 5 mana, so that's the plan there. Sure. So it looks like they're stuck on land, to be honest with you. Okay, so it was tricky actually here. I think we may actually play this Branch Walker, and then the Merfolk Mistbinder. Yeah. Okay, we drew a land. So let's play this Mistbinder. And then we have Blossom in Defense and pass the turn. Fatal Push. Okay, so we're going to Blossom in Defense here. Just to get it out of our hand. Fatal Push. Fine. Alright. Okay. So we're flooding out here. We're just going to get the Seafloor Oracle on the board. So this is how you lose to this deck, really. I think if we don't draw any action soon, we're pretty much done for. Okay, drawing land is not what we want at all. What the hell are they doing here? Sure. So I think they wanted to cycle their deck a bit there. Okay. Okay, Commander Speaker. Sure. So this is a bit of a lost cause here. Unless they have land, land, land in hand, we really need to draw into a Commander. Sure, I think we're just going to concede. Okay. So let's go again. I think that we like this here. Yep, we're going to go first. That's what pretty much won us the last game. Ugh, see, this is a hand that we just cannot keep. I guess we're going to have to keep this, but we don't want to. Bottom. Go. At least it has some interaction here. But again, we're basically just looking at this getting fatal pushed. So let's run out this Mistcloak Herald. So obviously we don't want it to die, but of all the creatures that we want to die, trading a fatal push for a Mistcloak Herald is where we want to be at. So I think there's no point in us playing the Merfolk Mistbinder now, apart from Doomfall. But I think it's better for us to wait till next turn so we can at least have the negate up. Okay, so let's play this Deep Root Elite now that we've drawn that. And if they go to counter here, we can negate back. So we're gonna leave up negate for the rest of the game, basically. Moment of Craving. So we're gonna negate this, as this is the one way that we can really get into the game here. Okay. So let's bait a spell out of their hand, so we can resolve this commander. Okay. So now let's get this commander. Go here. So now we have no cards in hand, so basically we want to draw Merfolk for the rest of the game. But if they cannot deal with this commander and the next Merfolk that they resolve, we're going to start drawing cards. Sure. So that, to me, signals they don't have much to do. Or they have a fatal push. I presume it's because they have a fatal push. So let's get a forest. And then they're going to get rid of this commander. Yeah, looks like I'm right. Sure. Well, we're going to attack for 2. I'm just going to leave this land in hand. So if they have a Gear Hulk here, we're basically going to scoop it up. They do not. Sure. Okay. Okay. So they're really ripping through the deck here. Okay, so they're just going to do it main. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just draw the cards here. They're going to Moment of Craving. Okay. 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 There's nothing that we can get back in the game from there, so I don't want to make it painful for you guys watching. So blue-black control is a hard matchup for us. We do have the card draw and the protection to get back into the game, but obviously when you don't draw it, you're just really you're drawing 2/2s for 2, and you just cannot race in that situation. You have to get off to a really good start and have the protection to back it up turn 3 and 4 with the blossoming defenses and the negates to stop it then. But if you're passing turn 1, 2, and 3 without playing anything, hoping that you can draw late game, it just doesn't work. But unfortunately, we didn't really have a choice with our 6 and 5 card hand. Okay. So this is an okay hand. We'll be able to keep this. See what our opponent's playing here. Not again. This might be the game where we do stand a chance, as we've got all up the curve here. Okay. So I think here we're actually going to play both of these cards. Deep Root Elite would have been perfect, but it's most likely would have died. Search for Azcanta. Okay, so they're going to have Fatal Push here. So I think I like Jungleborn Pioneering here. Getting that hexproof creature out. And then with hopes to that lead the way a bit. Okay. So then playing Search for Azcanta is good for us in the short term on turn 2. Something like well, that's awful for us. So we're really leaning on these cards for us to rebuild here. Okay, so Silvergill first. Revealing a Merfolk Branchwalker. Okay. And the Merfolk Branchwalker. I think we want that. I think we want it on top. Let's keep that on top. Okay, so it looks like they're going to have counter spell here. So let's play this Jade Bearer and even out the counters. And let's get this counter spell out of their hand. And at this point, if they do decide to kill a creature, I think we're just going to return it to our hand to save it, as it's probably the only good time that we're going to be able to use Unsummon this game. Okay, so what is he playing? So let's unsummon this to our hand. And get some more value out of it and swing for 3. So our opponent can flip here. Nope. One more turn. They may decide to use this Field of Ruin. Non-basic land. No, they can't. They may decide to do it to themselves, possibly. Just so that they can flip it next turn. While they have the time and they're not under the greatest amount of pressure. Okay, they're passing the turn again, so they're obviously missing on land. Okay, that was a great draw. So hopefully we can just keep going here and not draw any land. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we've got that. So let's get in for 4. If they can't keep finding land, this may be enough until as they can't resolve the Gear Hulk. We'd really like to see a commander off the top. Okay. Blossom and defense, sure. So we would love to see that Blossom and defense instead of the land last turn. Okay, so they're passing back to us. So let's play this. Hopefully they don't have the counter here. And we can use Blossom and defense with another Vraska's Contempt. So they may actually use Search for the Azcan to land here to search up another Russian Scatter, so they can still cast it. So let's see if that's what they do. If that is the case, I don't think. Obviously, we'd like for it to resolve, but it means they're taking the turn off and they're getting in for 3. With him being stuck on land, I'm surprised that he actually flipped this. As obviously he wants to get to 6 as soon as possible. And keeping it as the enchantment would have allowed him to get to that further quicker. So there's no. If he doesn't have a counter spell, he's obviously thinking about activating this to look for one. He would only be thinking that if he didn't have a removal spell in hand. So he's deciding basically whether he wants to counter it or use a removal spell. Obviously, we would prefer the latter because we have a Blossom in defense. Okay, it resolves. Good for us. Ah, yeah, of course. Okay. So this is going to be a hard wall to get behind. Of course, this taps for mana. I forget this every time. Okay. So no cards in hand. So let's keep past the turn. Not worth us getting in for 2 here and a creature dying. So this could mark death for us here. We really want to see a commander off the top and then for not to have a counter spell, but it seems unlikely now. Okay, so not another land. This is not what we want to see. God. With running 21 land, you would think we just wouldn't see it, but ugh, I guess stuff happens. Come on. Alright, this game isn't looking hopeful for us. Well, obviously favored after sideboard if we can draw our spells in the right order. But I think we may want some spell pierces in the sideboard to um, just be better on the curve a little bit. I was obviously with having all the 2 drops with negates, it's a bit hard on our curve. So I think that might be a consideration for us. And for them having to play around 2 lots of counter spells, it does make it harder for the control deck. So I don't really know what they're thinking about here. I guess they're worried about a win out of nowhere. Demand 556. I think as soon as this game's over, you're about to see it. It looks like it's going to be over pretty quickly for you. I can run it through quickly for you. So we've got 3 Essence Scatters, 4 Negates, 2 Nissas, a Tempest Caller, and some Seafloor Oracles. Well, you're about to see it, I think, which is unfortunate. Unfortunately, I just don't want to skip this game because I think we do have some outs there. That's not one of them. I think if this gets counted here, we don't really have much else to do main board. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. As I was saying, I think having the spell pierces sideboard, I think may actually help. So here's the sideboard here, Demand. So against the control matchup, what I like to do is take out the Jade Bearers here, as obviously we don't want to get 2-for-1. Just obviously these require another creature to be good, and obviously we take out the unsummons unless it's the mid-range version. And then what I like to do is bring in all 4 negates and the Nissas, and we tried out the Seafloor Oracles last round against Control, and they were just too much mana. And obviously taking out um, too many 1-drops just doesn't get us on board early enough, and we just end up losing because we don't have a fast enough hand. Obviously, we'll try it again. I'm not too sure the C4 Oracles are good. I'm not too sure where they're best for the unnatural. Yeah. Appetite for the unnatural, sure. Alright, obviously we're playing first. Okay, I think we can keep this. We'd love this to be a blue. But this branch walker is gonna I take out Deep Roaring and Commanders. Okay. Why for the Commanders, can I ask? What's your opinion there? Why would you take out the Commanders? Obviously they're drawing cards, so anything that says draw a card I think is quite good in the control matchup. Okay, so they're mulling to 4. Okay, right. We may have a chance. They've mulled to 4. Yeah, yeah, I get that problem. We didn't see it at all in the last few. Um, but obviously, when you do see them, they're just insane. Bottom. Okay, that's some sideboard tech right there. Land. Oh, boom. Perfect. Okay. So, I, you know what? Sometimes maybe it does work like that. So this is pretty good. We've got this Blossom in defense here to help us out. Um, Fatal Push. So I think we're just going to use it now. I'm sure they've got something else, but let's make them have it. Sure. Okay, so here we're going to push out another one. We're going to push out another. Oh, we can't, but oh well. I wish we could. I got too excited then. Okay, so we're going to attack with both here. Man, make sure you give me a follow, man. It would really help the me get to Twitch affiliate, which I'm hoping to get to by the end of March. It would really help me out. You couldn't find blossoming defenses. Fair enough. They are kind of stupidly expensive. They're something like 2 ticks each or something ridiculous. Okay. Wow. Well, they're not gonna like what they see this turn. Put that here. So it looks like we might have some high chance of winning this game. Okay. Alright, let's go again. Yeah. Gonna have to mull this, unfortunately. Oh my god. Well, you know what? There we go. Luck every day. Yeah. Sure. There's like no chance that that creature's not dying, to be fair. So let's run this into a counter spell. Sure. Sure. So they've burnt their hand out now. They've got 3 cards left. And they've missed on land as well. So I think here we're gonna just run another one out, make them have it, and then next turn we can start putting some more power on the board with these 2 1-drops. That's fine. Sure. So green blue. for this Merfolk branch walker? Luke, yeah, let's do that actually. Let me finish up this league, and I'll definitely be doing an M25 draft. Where are you now, Luke? Is M25 up on Magic Online? All right, nice. Well, I'll definitely be doing one, so don't you worry. At home now. Well, they do Phantom drafts, Luke. So I'm not going to be buying the packs. Don't worry. I'll just do a Phantom. Most likely, I honestly probably did misplay your. Oh, okay. That's game over, guys. Yeah, they are doing Phantom drafts, Luke. Sure. This deck really has not been good for me, especially against blue black control. But we have played it 2 times in a row, so wow. Okay, double negate, sure. We're gonna keep pressing on here. Luke, give me an ad on MTGO. My username is just Josh Corliss, so give me an ad. Boom. Okay. So we've established blue back control is pretty much abysmal, which was to be expected, I guess. Like really, really abysmal. Are you planning on drafting 25 tonight, Luke? Alright, we can keep this. Let's see if we're not playing against Sweet Man. Are you raiding tonight? Fair. I haven't played WoW in a few years. I don't know. I may come back when Vanilla comes back out. I'm not sure. Someone's gonna have to convince me. What the frick are we playing against here? What the hell are we playing against? Cathartic Reunion. Well, you know, I'm definitely bringing Negate just so I can get that Cathartic Reunion. Sure. Boom. Sure. We've drew cards. It's fine. Rathas, it's cool. If they have a second one though, I will be upset. On top. On top. Boom. Just like that. A quick rebuild. Hour of Devastation? Hour of Promise. Okay, so we're playing against some ramp deck. So they're making zombies, but we've got the Lord on top. And a Kamena. I think actually we may play the Merfolk Branchwalker though, and the Merfolk Mistbinder. Green. What does the ramp deck ramp into? I'm not sure. I haven't played against ramp before. I haven't seen any lists. Does anybody know? Okay, this is curious. Are they just chumping? Wow. Okay. We're gonna put that on top actually. Yeah. So only 2 cards in hand. I mean, we may be able to rebuild quite quickly here if we can draw some Merfolkies off the top. Oh, we got this Blossom in defense to for this commander. Boom. Passed it back. Sure. Yo, Luke with the £20. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. That is amazing. Thank you very much, Luke. So I think here we want to keep up Blossom. Actually, no, let's just pop it. Screw it. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to give you such a big high five on Sunday. It's unreal. Sure. Luke, do you play PUBG at all? Yeah, definitely give it a try. If you want someone to play with, me and Jack play it quite a lot. So let us know, and we'll give it a go together if you want. It's a really hard game to get into. I mean, it seems simple enough when you start, but there's so many intricacies in it that it's just a really good game to master. I don't know what the hell this deck is doing. How does this deck win? Well, what do they ramp into? Am I missing something? What's absolutely massive that they ramp into? A braid. Okay. Sure, I braid it. Please, please kill this with 2 spells. I beg you. You got it, buddy. You got it. You got it. Sure. Hopefully we don't get Hour of Devastation here. That would be devastating, I guess. But with 2 cards in hand and then burning that Sweltering Sands and a Braid like that just to kill a 2/4. They're drawing a card, okay. Alright. This is a long ass game 1. Ooh. Let's take our chances. Okay. Okay, so it turns into a Maze of Ith. Okay. Okay, sure. Well, I mean, go on then. I think we're going to use this Blossom in defense later on. Save it for a removal spell. That's fine. Oh, okay. That is a way to lose the game. And that is the way we lose the game, by playing islands and forests over and over again without drawing anything decent. I'm not even going to attack. I am not too sure in this deck. I don't know what keeps happening, but whether it's just us getting bad draws late game and running out of gas, or whether there's just too many wraths and such, but I don't know. It's not quite enough. Yeah, I agree with you, Luke. I mean, as you can see here, I'm not having a high win rate either. The deck plays 21 land, and I seem to get mana flooded every single game. I think I may drop a land, actually. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to drop a land. I think we're just dead here. I don't see the point in us continuing. We can't put enough power on the board in 2 turns to win that. So naturalizers are coming in. The negates are coming in. They don't seem to play early creatures, so let's play these seafloor oracles. I'm not so sure about the. So they played Carnage Tyrant, so I think these can come out. The Blossoming Defenses, meh. Let's take out these Jade Bearers. You know what? Let's cut the Blossoming Defenses actually. Let's cut the Mistcloak Heralds. They don't seem too good. Let's roll with this. The only creature they cast was a Carnage Tyrant, and that's uncomfortable. So I'm not too hyped on putting the Essence Scatters in. I'm sure they're going to be bringing in more creatures, I imagine. But they didn't play much creatures, so I think these C4 Oracles might be good. Yes, I would like to play first. No, I would not like to keep. Okay. I want to hit on top. Interesting to see what our opponent's sideboard plan is. Okay. So I'm sure, obviously, Sandworm Convergence is a reason enough to bring in the Naturalize. Okay, we drew a land. That's great. I think we're actually going to be mana efficient here and play our Commander. Okay. Okay. So I think well, oh, that was a misplay. I should have played the Merfolk Branchwalker first in case I drew a forest. Yeah. Okay, that was a misplay. But I think to be fair, we're going to get Hour of Devastation next turn, so we're not going to attack. We're going to draw a card. If I had the land, I would have been able to naturalize this Gift of Paradise, which would have been really good, actually. So hopefully they don't actually play. I imagine they're just playing Hour. No. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine. Okay. Alright, one more green. So, let's see here. Let's play this Branch Walker. Oh, we definitely want that on top. And I think... So... I think we could naturalize this Gift of Paradise, or I think it might just be better to leave up this negate. We've got no attacks into this until we start putting counters on stuff, so I think we're just going to pass here. and leave up Naturalize and Negate. Obviously, Negate is going to be... If they play Hour of Devastation next turn, which I don't think they will, we've kind of got this locked up here that they don't want to Wrath and lose that. If they could play Sweltering Suns, okay, so we're definitely negating that. If they have another one, we can still draw a card. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll take our beat here. There we go. Sweet. So let's play this Deep Root. Let's naturalize this shit. And let's play a Silver Girl. Oh, we can't. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, let's leave up and naturalize then. I don't want to play this without drawing a card, I don't think. Or do I? No, I don't think it's worth. Just for 1 more damage. I'd rather have a card over a damage. Sure. Wow, I really wish we had the negate there. I think the chances were high of us losing, though, if we didn't negate that Sweltering Sands. Okay, they're cycling away, so it doesn't look like they're up to much. If we don't draw a Merfolk next turn, we're going to pay the hard price for Silver Gill just to draw a card. Seems worth it, right? Or we could start popping these. Or 19. Can only pop one. Maybe next turn. I think we want to cast this. So we may be able to draw into something else. So I think we want to make one thing big to get it out of Sweltering Sun range. Okay. So we can leave up Naturalize for their Sandworm Convergence if they can play it next turn. Is it 7 mana? I'm sure it's 7 mana, not 8 mana. So they may be able to play it next turn. Hour of Devastation. Alright. Okay. Okay. Well, they've only got 2 cards in hand, and I got 2 cards in hand, so let's see how this goes. Just don't draw land. What did I say, deck? Don't draw it! Hour Promise? No. Carnage Tyrant. Well, that's a problem. How did we beat Carnage Tyrant? I don't think we do. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to turn the light on. Viewers, if you're just joining, we've gone 0-3 currently with standard blue-green Merfolk. We've gone against blue-black control twice, and we've gone against this red-green deck. And we are 0-3, which is not great. The deck has felt quite underpowered. It's not been going too great. We've seemed to have drawn out a lot of land, and I don't know. Silvergill hasn't been performing well. I thought we were drawing a lot more cards than we have, but to be fair, we haven't managed to land a commander and start getting counters down yet, so let's see. We've been against pretty controlling matchups, which is obviously the deck's downside and its weakness. So maybe we can go against some creature matchup this game and see how it does against that. If we go against blue-black control again, I'll just give you a heads up, it's not very good. For us. That deck's good. Alright. Sure. We can keep this. Lacking a 1-drop, but we can keep it. Come on, deck. Let's get 2 wins. I beg you. No, not control. I'm meant to be the blue deck, god damn you. Sure. Well, that was kind of good to see. So if this resolves, we can back it up with Blossoming Defense, which is going to be great. But I imagine it's getting countered here. But we'd rather get this countered than a Commander on turn 4. So, alright, sweet. Let's get him for 3. We're not even going to play this Jade Bearer. That's right. If they want to waste another card in it, sure. Okay, it's got Hexproof now. Okay. So we're going to play this Jade Bearer. I'm going to do that. And then let's play this Commander. Sure. We've got the next one, so that's not too bad. Okay. Viewers who've just joined, how is everyone doing today? Is everybody's Thursday going well? If you like what you see, please make sure you give a follow. It would really help me out in getting to Twitch affiliate, which is the goal for March. Everybody likes goals. Everybody needs goals. I'm sure you can all appreciate. Ugh. So interesting here. My opponent only has 2 cards in hand. Okay, so they're gonna use a. Okay, so that's resolving. So they must have just land in hand, or maybe a Gear Hulk. Obviously not a counter. So it was a Glimmer, probably into 2 land. Hopefully. Okay. Well, we've got nothing better to do. We're just gonna get in for 5 here. Oh no, 6, sorry. From 2 to 4 cards. The Scarab God. Well, have that. Draw something good. Uh, should I attack here, or should I draw a card? I think we should get damage in while we can. If they play the Scarab God again next turn, we can start making this unblockable. If we draw a creature, we're going to start pumping our team, I think. If we draw a creature, we may draw a card and then make it unblockable, and then go that way. Because they're only on 7. They're only on 7. Positive thinking. Yep, okay. So they're not hitting 6 lands, so they've got gas in hand. They must really be... Okay. Well... Let's do this. If they had any sense here... Wow, okay. Well, that was a draw. That was a draw. I'm sure this is getting countered or... Get Hulk. Okay. Okay. So next turn we could potentially attack with everything. That's the thing. They can't attack, that's for sure. Fatal push. Okay. Do we go for it this turn? They go to 1. Okay, maybe we can win this. Another one. Okay. Well, that still doesn't do it. Moment of craving. Okay, they gain 2 and they can kill this. Okay, that buys them another turn. Sure. Is this a bug? Oh no, they cast this, right? Yeah. They're drawing a card. Makes sense. Okay. Well, we're gonna take 5 here. Let's command a speaker. Okay. Um. Alright, well, we can't attack, so pass the turn. Ugh, I don't really want any of them to die. Let's hope and pray we can draw a Blossom in defense here. If we can draw a Blossom in defense, we got this. One chance. Okay. That's not it. Oh, actually, maybe. Okay, maybe. Ah. They got it. They got it. Okay. Yep. We always want to play first for this deck. I guess we can keep this. Unfortunately, unclaimed territory is no Cavern of Souls. Sure. Well, we can at least try and resolve this next turn. Sure. Go. So I think this is going to get counted here, so we're going to be able to negate back, which is pretty cool. A win for us. Sure. I guess that was to be expected, but ugh, why this deck? I mean, it just doesn't seem fair. 21 land, and I'm drawing this many. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're taking out. We are going to take out a land for a mainboard spell pierce. That's what's going to happen. Sure. Disallow it. Yeah. No. Great. I can't play this game. I cannot play that. I just, ugh, no. I hope to God that this next round is not blue-black control. Merfolk just does not seem to be. I don't know. I just don't know what's happening. You would think that with having 4 negates after sideboard, you'd have game against them, but you just don't seem to at all. We've just drawn so much land too. It's awful. The matchup is just horrendous. So that's the third blue-black control deck we've played this league. So maybe in our last round here we can play something different. Well, not many people must be playing Standard with Masters 25 coming out, which we will be playing later on tonight. Have no worries. Check back here for that. Good hint. If you give me a follow, you'll see when I'm going live. How good's that? That's marketing right there. Bloody hell. Finally. Not blue-black control. Not blue-black control. Not blue-black control. Okay, that's a decent hand. Yeah, we're going to keep that. Nico Swans, 23. Oh, God. Evolving Wilds doesn't point to the right signs. Oh, no. Why? Please, no. Um, so, tricky decision here. We can either play the Blossom in defense now and hope that Kamena resolves next turn so we can just draw a card. Yeah, Luke, that is for blue-black control decks. So I think we're just going to Blossom in defense this now, get in for 4, and with hopes to play Kamena next turn and draw a card. Okay, looks like we can do exactly that, which is great. It's 4 blue-black control decks, Luke, and also red-green control deck. This actually, oh no, the discarded Profane Procession. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't have to attack. So that must be Esper. Gonte. Sure. So we're going to be able to play Merfolk Mistbinder next turn, which is pretty cool. Okay. Interesting. So I think we're going to race here. I'm going to give it to him. So they seem to be playing the mid-range versions, which means that unsummons are still okay. Especially in situations like this when they're playing Gonte. I mean, they obviously get the extra card, but like we just took 5 there, which is not bad. Next turn we can play Hash Up Oasis, get into more unblockable. Hopefully they're going to tap out again. That same Procession though is spicy. I like that. That's almost worth splashing white for by itself. Maybe that's what they're doing. That's pretty cool. Alright. Is our opponent still discarding? Is that what they're doing? Fatal push. Okay. There is a Deep Root Elite. So we can't pop the Hashep Oasis and Deep Root Elite this turn. I think we're just going to get him while we can. Oh, damn it. What have I done? Go for 6, they go to 5. So at this point, even like Scarab God isn't the end of the game for us, since we can just get in with these unblockable guys. Blossom and defense off the top would be kind of perfect right now, so we can get in for the last few points and have some protection for it as well. They are stuck on mana, it seems. A walking ballista. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, they're stuck on mana big time. Wow. So now this makes it a 2-turn clock, yeah. So I guess they kind of have to have it. They made a mistake there. I think they should have killed the deep root, one of the deep root elites, or the deep root elite. So we also have this backup commander as well. Unfortunate for our opponent, obviously being stuck online. I think this game would have been different if they were up to 5 or 6 mana. I assume they're playing Scarab God, and Torrential Gear Hulk, maybe. So we know they're playing Scarab God. I presume they're playing Torrential Gear Hulk too. Ah, well, you know, shit happens. But you know, we can just do this. Merfolky. And Mistbinder. They need to ping, yeah. I think we should have played the commander first, which is my mistake, but ugh. We're putting this on itself so we can swing for lethal next turn. And pass it back, see what they got. No reason for us to attack into them. They would have to chump block, but we don't want them to bring back Champion of Wits. If they had more time, I wouldn't have been surprised to see them walking Ballista their own Champion of Wits, to be honest. Drawing 4 cards. The target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. Okay. I will be choosing this. I will be drawing a card. So they're stalling here. We draw another commander, obviously. Why not? So same again. Threatening lethal again next turn. Being able to draw a card is nice too. Okay. They're going to 3. Did they get there? Well, they're going to be surprised to see another... Oh, look at that. Like it was meant to be. We're definitely taking out a land, and we're going to put in a mainboard spell pierce. That's definitely something we're going to do. For sure. Okay, this is an okay hand. Not bad. Maybe not the best against control. We want to draw into some stuff, but it's not bad. Pretty fast. Very fast now. So next time, instead of playing the Merfolk Mistbinder, we're going to play Mistcloak Pterodon Commander Speaker. Just to get on board quickly. So they can't just 1-for-1 us constantly. They've seen white mana. Okay. Let's play this now. Then let's attack. Okay, so do we want to fatal push this? So, no, sorry, Blossom in defense this. So if we do, we're going to get in for 4. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, let's do it. I think actually having a position where you can get that 2 damage as well as the hexproof is really quite relevant to just make sure to get them dead quickly. For 1, alright. So here... do we run this out? Okay, let's play the Commander Speaker. And then let's play this. And he's going to have to pop his Walking Ballista now, which means that we're getting him for 1. For 3. If he wants to kill this Mistcloaked Herald. Otherwise, it's just not getting killed. Okay, sweet. So he must have Fatal Push to kill this Merfolk Mistbinder now, but we're going to attack anyway. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that was about. I think that was a misplay from my opponent there. I think he's only just realised that, obviously, it's a Lord. Yeah. So just like that, we're behind again. Sure. And now we've got nothing. So having Hexproof, as we said before, when I was doing the deck tech, is really good in these matchups if you can play a Deeproot Elite turn 2. And then just smash all the counters on Merfolk with Hexproof. Wow. Okay. I don't think we even want that now. Now that this is here, it doesn't matter. The opponent has to be careful here. I mean, they've just took that damage when they could have traded this off. They have Profane Possession, but they can only activate it once per turn. Okay. Okay. I like. So let's attack. Make them use their Profane Possession. Okay, they're going to block. Perfect. And they're going to get rid of it, I presume. They're going to do that. So they're trading off this, which is great. Alright, nice. We can resolve Anissa. Sweet. So that's great too. So this is -6. So we need 2 more turns. Bottom. So they need an answer for this, like, right now. Really. So their last card has to be Vraska's Contempt. Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll draw this. On top. And I don't think that we're going to ultimate the Nissa next turn unless they tap out. Okay, they didn't have it. So I think we're gonna go for it. No, because yeah, let's plus again. Okay, on the bottom, and this is going on top for sure. So next turn, they're going to be able to exile a thing, and we're going to have hopefully enough power and a negate. Yeah. So they're yet to play a threat. They have not found a torrential Gearhog. So I don't think we're actually going to play this commander. Okay, so they can't crew this. So they won't be able to Okay, so let's go. Tattoo, whatever. So they're going to be able to exile 1, and they're going to take 6, but this isn't going to flip because it doesn't get exiled underneath it. We have a negate if they have something else for the other one. Okay. Of course, it becomes... Okay. They go to 1. They have a fatal push. Negate. So we would have liked to have played the commander then, but at least now we know that their only card was fatal push. So they've got that last card at hand. We got another one now. So I imagine they're going to be playing the Silvergill. No, not the Silvergill. The Jungleborn Pioneer. Yep. Okay. So we have this Nissa. We can just start protecting Nissa now and waiting to go again. Oh no, flying, of course. Damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it lifelink. Sure, sure. And another one. Great. We're doing this now just to get land off the top and at least be able to play it. Okay. Well, that's going to do some work. Ah, this one ends the battlefield. I misplayed that. I should have flipped that off Nissa, I think. Ah, they got on Merfolk Mistbinder. Okay. Okay, so they have no cards in hand again. So now we can start attacking with Kamena. So we're only offsetting their life total by 2. Sure. So they go to 10. But they have no... Is it only 1 for energy? Oh, damn it. So they're going to be at 16. Okay. 14. See, I'll land. I'm going to take both these here. 3. I'm going to leave that up. Make them play a Doomfall or something. Sure. I guess they got nothing else better to do. Down to 5. The Scarab God. Okay, so we need a miracle. Let's go again. So this is the last game. This will decide if we go 0-5 or not. I have to say, I've played this deck a few times in paper, and it's gone okay. I think I went 2-1 at a few F&Ms, but for sure against the online meta with blue-black control, it's just been horrendous. This has gone awfully. I don't know what to say. I think the deck's so cool. I mean, who doesn't want to play Merfolk in Standard, right? Silvergill, Lords, a Lord that makes you draw cards and put counters and everything. It just sounds so good in practice, but I just think you have to draw everything at the right time. You have to have a good start with your opening hand. Even the side of the board is okay. I mean, you get the whole counter package. It's just a decent tempo deck against a creature base, but as soon as you start playing against control, it just goes awfully, but really bad. Viewers that have just arrived, this is round 5 in a standard league, testing out Merfolk in standard, and we are currently 0-4 going into the last game, which will decide if we are 0-5 or not. So you get to share this horrendous experience with me. So we've gone against blue-black control 3 times, and obviously it's lost. We've lost. This is the 4th control deck. They are blue-black splashing white for Profane Procession, which is quite cool. So let's see how this game 3 goes. I don't think we've totally given up on this deck. I think taking out a land and adding a spell pierce may change our matchups a little bit. So I think we're actually going to attack here and make them use their mana so we can just get them with this Nissa. I actually think that we want to resolve a Nissa over Kamana here. So let's Kamana. Sure. So they could have easily have had negate there as well. I think it's more likely that they should have Essence Scatter, but we really want to resolve this Nissa. So if our opponent's stuck on land here, that'd be good for us. They are not. I don't know what they're debating here. Champion of Wits, Doomfall. Okay. Sure. So we get to resolve this. Nissa. Happy days. Happy days. Bottom. Bottom. So hard. Bottom so hard. I don't know what it is with this deck. It just seems to flip over lands every turn. I swear I am only playing 21. I wouldn't lie to you. So Champion of Wits. Okay. So this Deeper Elite is now on blocking duty. Okay. Scry, see what's going on. Yeah. You can go on top. You can go on top. It should be fun. I mean, that's a lot of power next turn. That is quite a lot of power. We get 2 counters, and obviously the Merfolk, the unblockable one, which if we wanted, we could load up all our counters on that. Especially with Nissa on 6. I think, actually. Could we steal a win next turn? Let's see what they do here. Okay, there's the Vraska's Contempt. Sure. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to play this. And we're going to put counter on here. And a counter on here. So we're going to put 2 counters on that, and then we're going to activate the Hash Up Oasis on this Deep Root. So if they want to draw cards next turn, they can with the champion. Oh no, they can't. They got 2 more turns that they can do that shit. So I presume they're gonna rip off a Fatal Push here. They haven't played one yet. Chances are high. I think I would. Save yourself that 5 damage. Because next turn, there's a lot more coming, trust me. If they take 8 here, we're in really good shape. I think. They did. Okay. If they play Scarab God here, okay. Okay. So I think we're going to put all our bets on this. Because obviously they would have played the. So I think we're just going to attack with this. Because obviously they're going to block the 4 and then they go to 1. So we're just going to do that and then swing for the win next turn. Yep. So what could blow us out here? That doesn't do it. That kills that. So a Merfolk off the top for us wins this turn. Let's see. Come on, deck. Land. Oh, there we go. Finally. A round win with this deck. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Okay. Well, that did not go as planned. So I'm just going to put the deck list up here for you guys. So this is the deck that we've just played, testing out the blue-green Merfolk in Standard. It went 1-4. So for you guys that have just joined, sorry that you've catched the end of the stream, but we've gone 1-4 with this blue-green Merfolk deck. We've played blue-black control 4 times. and a red-green ramp deck, which we also lost to. So we beat that last round there, who was playing an Esper control. So it looked like blue-black splashing white for Profane Procession, which is quite cool, by the way. So I don't know what happened. We just seemed to draw too many land, to be fair. The deck just seems so good with your opening hand. It's just like, oh my god, Silvergill turn 2, draw a card, play a Lord, play Commander, draw more cards, whatever. It just doesn't seem to play out that way at all. Um, or despite running 21 land, we got flooded so much. I don't really know if we were just unlucky, or maybe the fact that we're drawing all these cards just means that we're waiting for a land on the top of our deck. I think one thing that I'm definitely going to do next time, so maybe tomorrow or next week, is we're going to cut a land, maybe put in some Spell Pierce in the main board. I think sideboard wise, I do like the sideboard. I like the counter package. The naturalizers are great. The Tempest Caller is great. The Seafloor Oracles I have not been impressed with at all. I don't see a matchup where it's absolutely amazing apart from control if they don't have a counter or removal, which you just can't count on at all. So I think we're going to be taking those out, replaced with a Tempest Caller, and I think we're going to put in, if we put in a Spell Pierce mainboard, I think we'll put in another Spell Pierce sideboard as well, just so that against the control matchups, it's better on our curve to have some Spell Pierces at 1, because we take out our 1-drops, and we load up on negates, which overfills our 2-drops, so having a 1-mana, some more 1-mana stuff would be great. Okay, guys. Well, although we didn't do too well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll be back again, probably 1 or 2 more times to try out Blue Green Merfolk, see if we get some better results, and hopefully not go against Blue Black Control as much as we have. So thanks very much. This video is going up on YouTube tonight, and I'm planning on drafting Masters 25 in an hour or so after I've made my dinner. So give me a subscribe on YouTube. And please do give me a follow on Twitch to make sure when I go live. My goal is 50 subs this month. So 50 followers, not 50 subs, sorry, 50 followers. So please do give me a follow. It's very much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.